Cool beans. All right. Hello, people. Welcome to another episode of Conversations with KFLO. We are welcoming you in on tonight. The goal is to inspire, encourage, and empower you to live life better. Please follow me on Facebook, the Gram, TikTok, YouTube, and I am KFLO. And for fashion and style content, follow me on IG at KStylesU. Like to welcome my guest tonight, Thena Shelby. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do, where you from, all that good stuff.
Hello. Good evening. I am Thena Shelby, native of the Big D, Dallas, Texas. I have been here for a lifetime. I am a healthcare professional, also a fashion guru. And a little bit about me, I'm just your simple backyard homegirl. That's it. We chuck it up, we talk about it, we talk through it, and we get over on the other side of the conversation. So, what a pleasure and a joy to be here this evening.
I'm so glad to have you again. Thank you for doing my first show, which I thought was awesome. I loved all of your tidbits and information and just the camaraderie. I thought it was awesome. Let me see. Please show your love, likes, tags, shares on all content. And as usual, we're going to get in my business, your business, and everybody business. Everybody business. Everybody business. Okay, so today's topic this is actually part two. The first topic was fashion for all, but tonight we're going to talk about the details. It's all about the details, right? So my first thing I'm going to talk about or discuss is trends versus basics in hair. So y'all thought I was going to go fashion first. I'm going to go hair first. So a good way to hide your hair is a hat, right? Like Miss Thena's going on tonight. That hat. Where'd you get that hat from?
I'm gonna be very honest, Kim. I don't even know.
You don't remember?
This one is one that has been a staple for a minute, and I cannot remember where I got this from. I am a brim babe, so the collection is very wide, but I can't recall where I got this one from.
Yeah, my brim collection is pretty wide.
Come on, sis. Come on. Tilt with it. Rock with it.
Rock with it. But it's a little warm, so I ain't gonna wear it tonight. But so I want to talk about hair because there's this thing now, and I'm not used to it. I'm trying to get used to it with the guys and men with hair, like the dreads and the twists and the buns. I was at the barbershop this past weekend, and this guy, his hair is beautiful. I love what they're doing with it. But he did this thing where he shook his hair, and I was like, that was a bit much for me. It was a bit much. So how do you feel about, these new looks? And it's not new. I'm sure they did it back in, Africa and, back in those times when we weren't around. But it's really taken me a while to get used to just seeing all these men walking around with so much hair.
I don't know, man. Listen, sis. Samson's strength was in his hair.
His hair.
So I am like, I have a son who has like, geez Louise, he probably is a baby mini Samson. He's full of hair. I think of Zeke Elliott, and his hair and the statement. I actually kind of like it, but what I'm not going to have you do is be in the mirror behind your head more than I am.
Right.
So for the most part of it, as long as it's groomed, I've been a lock wearer once in my life. I love the uniformity of it. I love the versatility of it. But when when it's hair that's just up there and you take no pride into it, I got a problem. But if you are well groomed, then I kind of like the, you show me what you're working with the versatility in the head. So yeah.
Right. And I like some of it. They're like, okay, so I don't know if you saw, but this picture went, I want to say viral, but it didn't go viral. But I had my 30-year class reunion this past weekend, and I took a picture with a guy that had, I had my natural twist, and he had, the locks and everything. So on camera, the shot, I can't lie, the shot was real fire. Like we looked good together, the natural hair going. I'm the caramel. He's, deep, dark,
Yeah,
dark
yeah,
chocolate, been,
yeah,
dipped in the sun,
yeah, yeah. I love
So
it.
it looked really good on camera. So it's a pretty fire picture. So I can see why it got, so many compliments, because it was a really nice shot. But like you said about the grooming, I'm okay with, I love natural hair. Like my hair has been natural for years. And so, it does take time. It does, you have to know how to do it. You have to keep up the maintenance. And I like what you said about grooming. I'm okay with natural hair. I'm okay with you wearing whatever your hair is, but just groom it.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it seems to be this trend of not grooming. And
Sit
I
my down with that.
Yeah, and I just don't like, and that's men and women. Like I said, wear your natural fro. You know what I'm saying? But you put something on it.
Yeah,
Twist.
don't go out dry.
Don't
You
just go
know,
out, dry. You know what I'm saying? Put some cocoa butter. Whatever.
salves or something. A little
Something.
bit of something. But and it's okay to wash it, people. It's okay to wash it. It's not,
Because hair
and I
stinks.
understand shrinkage is real, but guess what? We got ways around that now. I do really believe that I know that some people that are in the dread phase of it is how it kind of looks like you just kind of rolled around in some syrup and you got like all these lint bulbs everywhere, and you know there's no, and I understand free locking, but those locks that are just like real thick and plastered together and just
Yeah, that's
mm,
exactly what I'm talking about. And
yeah,
I get it. It's a whole natural thing and Mother Earth and, vibrations and okay. But I just, that to me, and it's a thing. And I know people love it, but I'm just like, I can't, it doesn't look good to me.
yeah.
Hey,
I'm all
Delisha.
about the
Hey,
grooming.
yeah,
I'm
I
all
just,
about the grooming.
I'm all about the grooming. And so, and I say that now, so how do you feel like now, what is your preference? Would you prefer a guy with the dreads over or like just a nice regular cut? Because I just love a nice haircut. Like my guy doesn't have to have all that extra stuff.
I, See, I think that it all goes with the character of the person, what their vibe is, what their, so I love a nice, good, clean cut,
Mm-hmm.
trimmed, nice fade, but I also love a nice faded brother with some locks down his back too. So it just
Yeah,
kind of depends on that individual and what energy they're bringing,
yeah.
so I can't necessarily say I have a preference. I just
Okay.
want you clean.
Clean.
Yeah, I
The
want, that's my
preference is
preference.
clean.
My preference is clean. My preference is clean. Yeah,
The preference is clean. Okay,
absolutely.
so how do you feel about, because I'm not a wig wearer. I've never been a wig wearer. Hopefully, as we get older, our hair changes. So hopefully it won't come to that one day. But how do you feel about wigs? Are you a wig person?
So this, I'm a hormonal person. So anything that's hot on my head after a minute, it ain't happening.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, but some wigs are very, very realistic.
Mm-hmm.
They have something now that's like a, I don't know, it seems like the wig and the actual part or whatever. Now, what I don't necessarily, and I know that it is a big trend and thing, I, the baby hair,
Come on, talk about it, sis.
no, it's
Yeah,
it's
just
a
no.
no.
Just no.
Um,
Unless
the
it's yours. Now, if it's yours.
I mean, but the lace front thing with the, you got like all this part, and then your scalp is one color, and then your wig is another color, and then you turn around and it's not all baby hair, and you fighting your baby hair fighting. let us free. So,
Right, right.
and you turn around and throw some gel on it, and yeah, I'm not a baby hair person.
Yeah, and so that's another thing. I think people start doing a lot of trending things instead of what looks good on you, right? Every trend is not for everybody, you know. It's just like with the hats. Now you can rock a brim, I can rock a brim, but I can only rock a certain type of brim because let me tell you something. People know that I love hats and I love brims, so I've had a couple of people to give me hats, but they're not the type of brim that looks good on me, right? I can't wear the brim that's kind of floppy
Yeah,
because I immediately turn into Minnie Pearl from Hee Haw,
looking
like
like Keely.
instantly, instantly, right? So that's not my look, and I can appreciate somebody, paying attention and knowing that I love hats, but it's a certain type of hat. Like I'm gonna have to go and thank you for the gift, but I'm gonna have to go on and bless somebody else with this.
I don't, I get that, but I also try to make it my version, you know, because I have taken a big floppy brim and just kind of, let me fold it back for a second and put a pin or a bow in it or something that's going to make it something that I'm going to wear. So before I give up on it, I'm going to try to theanize it,
Right.
before I actually just say no.
Right. Well, I
Yeah.
have tried and I have failed, and I just went on and blessed somebody else with that hair because it don't work for me. It's like the lady that I shared the story with the last time who was on Amazon saying, I don't know what the big deal is about all these hats because I look like, Thanksgiving. You know, she said, I look like a pilgrim. So, like, I get it. I get it. So, and that's another thing that I want people to take away. You have to know what looks good on you, right? And ask somebody. If you're not a person who's into style or into fashion, ask somebody. But the key is you got to ask somebody that's going to be honest.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because people will
Exactly.
lie and tell you cute when, girl, you ain't cute.
Exactly.
And you shouldn't have that on, and your hair shouldn't be like that. And that may sound ugly, but it's the truth. Like sometimes you need to ask somebody before you walk out the house.
Yeah. You got to have safe people in your circle.
Yes.
You do. And, one thing that we invest in so much, it's okay to invest in a stylist. You know, it
Or
is,
higher.
yeah, it's definitely
Or higher.
okay to pour into yourself that kind of way,
Right.
so that you have a confidence when you walk out, and your self esteem is elevated. So, because sometimes, some people don't know what to do with what's in their closet, and they can have staple pieces in their closet, but it's just, your staple suit. Someone never, sometimes people won't think outside the box to say, you know what, I'm going to color block, or I'm going to mix prints, because that's something that they are afraid of and they can't embrace. So they don't see themselves in that light. And that's where a stylist comes in for you, and, go. And I'm not even talking about buying a wardrobe. I can go into your closet
Mm-hmm.
and look for certain pieces to say, okay, let's mix this, let's do this, let's do that, and make you look like you got a whole new wardrobe.
A whole new wardrobe. Yeah. I just did that for a client a couple of months ago. And the crazy part is she had amazing pieces in her closet, but just never she didn't have the eye,
Yeah,
like you said, to put things together, and change it up. You don't always just have to wear black and white.
exactly.
Throw some
Exactly.
yellow in there, throw some animal print or some color blocks. So I had such a good time, and because it's fun for me. I just love doing it. But just to see the look on her face, of all the outfits that came out of her closet that she already had, that she would have never done herself.
Yeah.
It's just an amazing, it's an
Yes.
amazing feeling. So yeah, don't be afraid to get a stylist. Don't be afraid to get something new. And also this, sometimes, everybody doesn't have, a full head of hair, right? So sometimes you may have to go and get a wig.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to go into these places and just try. See what looks good on you. And if you do have your own hair, but you don't know what to do with it, I still say go to the place and try on a wig. See what style works for you. Take a picture, you
Yeah,
know, take it to your hair person and say, hey, let's try this. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely, absolutely.
And it kind of bothers me, and I really don't know, because there are some people that you want to approach, because you see people wearing the same things like over and over, or the same hairstyles for the last 20 years. And there's such a big part of me that wants to say, try something new. It's okay. Don't be scared.
I think that comes from a delicate place, though.
It
You
does.
know, you
Very
got to
delicate.
be very careful and very because you can also be the person that can shatter someone's self
Yeah.
esteem. So
Exactly.
it's a touchy subject, you
It
know,
is. It
and
is.
I think that I would have to approach that with the utmost sincerity and also bring that person to a comfortable place of where's your self-esteem and your self-security,
Right.
and then kind of branch out. I'm not that person that is just going to bust up and just, if I know that,
Yeah.
you looking a little mayhan, and maybe, you know, I personally know someone that looks a little Amish in their dressing.
Not
But
Amish.
yeah, so but they were groomed coming up like that. So they weren't able to experience anything based upon religion and different things like that. So having that conversation with that individual came from a very heart to heart, sister to sister kind of place. And because what I don't want is for you to get so out of your element, then you turn around and you buck wild and don't nobody know who you are.
Yeah,
So,
because that's yeah.
you
I
know,
say that too.
yeah, I've seen it. So it has to come from a place that you got to build trust,
Hmm.
and you got to graduate that person into that level a little bit different. Now,
Right.
if you just an individual that you just don't know no better, and we have that relationship already, I'm probably going to kidnap you, just take you, and say, "Come on, we're going. Let's go
Right.
ahead." Yeah.
Right.
Did you know that the world has evolved?
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
but and always allow for it to be a place of fun. Because at the end of the day, the clothes come off, the makeup comes off, the jewelry comes off, and you're still stuck
Okay.
with you. So I think that the more that we empower individuals from the inside out, then we get a better response. Yeah.
Totally, totally. Yeah, I would never approach someone just outright and say, "Hey, uh, you need to do better." You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it is about developing, that relationship, and you have to know who that person is, who you're dealing with. Because again, you don't want to offend anybody, and you definitely don't want to, break or shatter someone's confidence, because that absolutely is not the goal. That's the opposite of what we want to do, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So the next thing I want to get into, Thena, I love you. You're in, like, the way you speak and the way you use your words and the way you make your points are just
Aw.
it's just so good. You know what? I'm gonna aspire to be like you.
Listen, what we have to do, Kim, and I am a firm believer of it, we just have to be kind this day and age.
I agree. I'm
It's
learning.
simple.
I'm
It's
learning.
it is so simple. That we are in a crazy world and people are just mean just because.
Yep.
And so I am really trying to empower and keep it on my focus and on my conscience to just be kind. And also know that grace is extended all the way around. So the way that I want to receive grace is the same grace that I have to give out. And I just, I look through this world and I'm like, you know what, if I need to create the world that I want to see, then I have to be the trailblazer for it. And there's nothing wrong in just being kind to people this day and age, because you never know at where an individual is hurting, what's going on behind closed doors, what's going on internally. So I'm just like, and we have such a platform in fashion. Oh, look, Cujo, hold on.
y'all? Do we need look? We need to go take a commercial.
Because, honey, he is on it. Okay, he is my protector. Look, ain't but 20 pounds, but he gonna let you know. Uh, but yeah, Kim, I mean, I just think that we just have to be kind. And again, as I said, fashion and hair is a place where so many conversations can come out of that platform alone. And we have a power building opportunity just in that one session to lift someone up with change this button, do this, do that. It opens up so many forms of conversation so that you can empower and impact someone's life in a whole nother level and realm. And I succeed when you succeed,
Right.
so that's kind of my motto.
Yeah, and I want to add this too. Some people think that people who are into fashion, and hair and all, they think some people tend to think that you're vain, right? Or
Mm.
you're all about, the looks. Where everything is not about how you look. But here's the thing: if you look good, right, you feel good. Like
Absolutely.
that's a fact. That is an absolute fact. Now, not to say that, sometimes you gotta, put on stuff, because maybe you're not feeling so great, right? Or maybe the world is not, don't feel like it's in your favor right now. And sometimes you have to put on stuff and, fake it till you make it. I get that part. But there is a such thing as when you throw on something and you look good and you want that is a most amazing confidence booster because the key is confidence.
Excellent. Excellent. During the pandemic when we all went to yoga pants and you
Mhm.
know, we went to yoga pants and sweatshirts and I had a hair rag on, because I'm working from home. And like the first couple of weeks it was all good, oh, I'm sitting in my bed and oh, I don't have to go anywhere. And then that trend started and the next month came and the next month came. And I started looking at my team and everyone was in a state of depression.
Mhm.
Until one day I got up and I said, I'm gonna put some lipstick on. I'm gonna attend all my meetings on camera, put some lipstick on, and it started a different revolution. How I felt, how I carried out my day, because I've been there where a bad hair day, I would call in. I'm not going to work. I'm gonna go to the beauty shop first
For a bad hair day, you calling in for girl?
because I'm not my best self.
Not your best self, right?
And
I get it.
and I didn't have that energy. So the energy that I was seeping outward started infecting me inwardly.
Inward. Uh-huh.
And I'm like, okay, I gotta do something. So my pick me up is there's nothing like a bad girl with some lipstick and some eyeliner.
Listen, I'm here to tell you.
Yes.
Because okay, so speaking about that, right? So I'm not a big makeup person, as you can tell. But baby, what I am gonna do is throw some lips on. Okay,
That's it.
I'm gonna
That's
throw some
it.
lips on. I'm gonna have some eyeliner. If I'm tired or sleepy, I'm gonna throw on some shades or some nice frames. Because I have to do something, right? And it's different than if you run. Well, no, it's not different because I'm not even going in Walmart trashy.
That part.
I'm not. Now, I'm not going to be my best, but I'm not going to Walmart. And that's where you see some of the most atrocious looking. It's like, wait, so y'all didn't have no lotion? Are you like, is it lotion in your basket? Did you come to Walmart to get lotion?
Look, let
You
me give you a
know,
little gift card. Let me help
and
you out.
the big bonnets
In the
and
pajamas.
pajamas and just like, come on, people.
So I think that, again, we are, everything that is set out, and Kim, we probably are about the same age wise. And so I think that we had parents that did not accept anything. Um, you come from stock that
it cut out on my end. Oh, it cut out on my end.
Yeah. Are we back?
We're back.
Okay.
Okay, we're back. Okay. So
All right.
comfort stock.
Yeah. And so one thing that growing up in that era, it was you are a representation of me.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had so much value in what our family name was, who knew us. I need for you to be seen, not heard,
Mm-hmm.
because you represent a whole entire family
Mm-hmm.
with your appearance, if you're looking good, if you're speaking well, whatever it is. So I kind of take that to hold a dear place in my heart because I just can't be out there doing anything knowing that I'm set in a whole different limelight than what the average world is. So I have to take all that into consideration when I'm representing myself, because you never know what's going to be your mark, who's going to be at Walmart.
Right.
You never
Yeah.
know, where your job opportunity may come, and then you ashy.
Or no bra, hair all over your head. And I saw, and I've seen people sometimes, like I said, I'm not always my best, but I've seen some people who I know are fly, and then you see them at Walmart and you be like, ma'am, sir, I know you could have, you could have done a little bit better than that, but okay, it's what you ran to the store real quick. I get it. But still, and then because sometimes it's not even generational. We're from a certain generation. But I've seen people our age, the same thing, and I be like, I just
Well, again, where'd you come from?
yeah.
I mean, so
It's all about where you come from. It definitely is. What your surroundings are, what you were taught. Who you were raised around. So
and what
yeah,
do you want to put out? What do you want to put out? What energy do you want to put out? How do you uphold yourself? I mean, that's what it boils down to. What values are you upholding for yourself? So I know for me, even if I am just running to the store or whatever, um, I'm just going to be in the gas station 2 seconds or whatever. What value do I have? Because there's value in going to the gas station.
there is, because I'm still about to put on some lip gloss or some shades or something. Because I'm not, like I said, I'm not one for makeup, so my eyes might not, I might be tired. But some shades, some lip gloss, and some earrings. Bam! Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it goes back to
And I
that,
still feel cute.
it goes back to that groomed look.
Yes, it's all
And
about
I do believe that, the energy, I'm a big believer of energy.
grooming.
So when you think about someone that's, oh, I'm just running to Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, listen to even the way that they said it,
Yeah.
this day and age is a privilege to run to Walmart. I try to find the light in everything because we don't have to have these opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Someone wished that they could make a Walmart run, but they don't have the
Right.
resources to do so. So, just looking at things like that, it makes a difference for me.
Okay. Somebody said my face is cut off on the gram. Hopefully that's better. Okay. So now let's talk about places to. Well, first of all, let me jump real quick into this trend thing of the '90s because you're a fashion person. Right now, 80s and 90s is real popular right now. With the mom jeans, which I'm not wearing because they make my booty go away, and I really don't have a booty to begin with. So I'm not wearing those. Okay. Um, the big clunky heels, the heel, the little square. I can't describe it. Some little bald square
Like
type.
the little cat heels, the
Yeah,
little
the kid. I'm not doing none of that. I don't care what fashion trends. There's certain things y'all can have the '90s. I'm not doing that. So here's what I say. Here's my point. If you're gonna do the '90s, do the '90s that's going on today. The '90s that's from 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all of that. Okay. Go to the store, go to Walmart. I mean, go to Target. Go to Ross, go somewhere, and if you love the 90s that much, I'm gonna need you to love the 2022 90s, not the
Oh
actual 90s.
wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because we still see that, and I still see that at church. I'll see people with whole pinstripe suit jacket down to your knees with 17 buttons. So we're
The
no
Steve
longer
Harvey, the Steve Harvey jackets?
yeah, we're no longer doing that, sir. We're no longer doing that. So, sir, if you're watching, or if you ever watch this, sir, we're no longer doing that. Call me, DM me, and I can help you. Okay?
Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah, I do believe that you know, as we evolve, and even and it's okay to go back, because I love a classic look. I love the Roaring Twenties. That was the era that it's like, yeah.
That's a theme. That's a theme.
But even then, just think about the style that they wore. I mean, they were suited and booted, pinstriped, and
Mhm.
but if I'm gonna do that look now, you're not gonna see me in a long to the ankle with a split up the back skirt that's roaring 20 or whatever.
Right.
So I'm gonna probably, we got climate issues that are different and everything else. So I'm not gonna polyester myself into a roaring 20 fashion line. I love a classic A line dress, skirt, whatever. I love an A line look. But again, I can say that even with that, I'm not going to keep the same color scheme or whatever. I'm going to put a pop of color. I'm going to put
Mhm.
I'm going to make it something that says that, hello, I am here. And when you look at the picture, was this 2022 or was this 1920? And that was 1922. The only thing
Right.
that's different is the shade of the lens or whatever.
Right.
So
But
um
the thing is, but that's a theme though. But that's an era, right? That's a theme. If you're doing a '90s party, you're doing a '90s theme party. I expect you to be wearing a '90s theme party. But I don't want you wearing clothes that you bought actually in the '90s and you haven't been to a mall since. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Like I can tell by what you got on that you ain't been to nobody's store since 1998.
so
And
it's got them little lint boogers. It's got them lint boogers in it too.
sir, ma'am, yes, I need you to call me so we can go, personal shopping. Right? That's what I'm talking. And that's what I mean about, because sometimes people get stuck. People get stuck in clothes. People get stuck, in hairstyles, and the little I can't say.
See, I think that and it stems from something different.
It does. It
There is
does.
a bigger issue than
There's
just
a,
the fashion.
there is.
So that's where we've got to get to the root
We gotta
of
get
what
to the
the
root.
issue is. Uh, Mario said he used to be sharp 3 kids ago.
Right. And see, he's a new client of mine, right? And he had his 30-year reunion this past weekend or whatever, and he's still saying, "Hey man, I got so many because to him the outfit's probably wearing a big deal, but the fact that you step outside of what you usually wear,
Yeah,
right, and
yeah,
people recognize that this is not the tip. This is not the Mario we saw, a few years ago.
yeah.
This new little fresh, crisp Mario. We like this Mario, right? Thanks to me. But it's little things, right? And that's what I mean by sometimes people get stuck, and,
Yeah,
and it's like you said, it stems from something else. Don't know what that stems from, but that's something that person has to come into the realization of I need to change.
yeah. Being in healthcare, there is some psychosis behind that. I do believe that some type of asphyxiated trauma is related to why I can't move
Yeah,
into that new. So
right.
that goes back to having honest conversations, and you have to have an honest conversation with yourself too, because I guarantee you that Mr. Pinstripe, Miss Pinstripe, from 1990, realizes that they probably need to do something different in order to get unstuck.
Mm-hmm.
And it would surprise them probably with what, I mean, at least take the jacket off. Let's not do an entire suit. So I think that, the old Kango and the big old yellow shoes and the Barney purple and all that good kind of stuff is like, yeah.
And I'll tell you, and I'll share this with you because, like I said, I went to my class year reunion, and there was a guy that I hadn't seen, since high school. Now we hot. We on a boat outside, it dripping sweat, and this dude got on a full suit, right? And I went up to him, because he classmates, I don't care. I'm like, you knew he was on a boat. I'm like, why you got on a full suit? Let me tell you what his answer was. He said, because he said something to the fact of I didn't get to make it, to the prom when we had our prom. So I basically dressed to impress. And you know what? I respected that brother's reasoning. I really did, because you haven't seen us in 30 years and you wanted to show up in your best. And if that was a full-on suit, coat, brother, I can respect that. As long as you take that jacket out when you dance. But I
But
could
listen to what
respect.
he said. I respect it too, but
Mhm,
listen to his mental space.
mhm,
This is what we got to start queuing into
right.
now, because it's such a tangible experience. And again, being in healthcare, I see it a lot now. We got to start queuing into what people say, because that's what they're thinking.
Mhm.
So, yeah, back then we wore Jerry curls too. So if you up in here with Jerry juice and a ring around your neck collar, and we know where you sat down,
Ah!
that
Right,
oh, that was Chris. And we can
right.
identify you by the little juice trails that you're leaving everywhere. Then yeah, it's a whole different thing.
So in his mind, that required him showing up in his best required a suit. In his mind, right?
Yeah,
So, like you said, you got to pay attention to the mental state. Like,
exactly.
brother, but if that's what you needed to do, kudos to you, bro. Because he was clean. He looked really nice. I can't take nothing away from him. He looked really nice in his suit. But I'm like, it's hot. It's like 95 degrees out here.
Yeah.
But I respected his response, and his reason is like he wanted to show up as his best self,
And his
and his
because
best
he
self.
did not. So he was reliving the prom.
Right. Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
I can respect it,
And that's why I said, brother,
as
I
long as
can
he had a
respect.
process and a reason to why.
That's why I said, brother, I can respect that 1,000%. I get that. So, but yeah, like you said, it is sometimes a mindset, and then sometimes people get stuck in. Well, I was best dressed in high school. Well, okay, but that was 40 years ago, so you ain't
See,
best.
I'm gonna put you in timeout. I'm gonna put you in timeout because I just something came to my head thinking about that. You were best dressed in high school, and here it is, 40 years later, and you got 50 pounds on, and you.
You got
So
to change with the times.
yeah, so I really do believe that yeah, we gotta look deeper. We gotta look deeper. And it's just not all about fashion. It's not
It's
all
not.
about, we discussed this the last time, you have to dig deeper. What's outward only reflects what's going on in the inside.
Totally,
So
totally.
yeah, so I could definitely sit down and do a whole session on our mental state and those energies that we bring out. And sometimes people think of the flip when we can't, when you sharp as a tick and you casket with a K clean, but your vibe is so jacked up that no one even notices your clothing. Only
Hmm.
thing they recant is she was cute, but you
Mhm.
know,
Right.
she had a nasty attitude, or you couldn't touch her, or you could, so think of those scenarios too. So I'm just, there's a balance.
Yeah. There has to be a
Definitely a
balance.
balance.
Yeah.
Being someone who's plus size, you know, um, energy is like so phenomenal in this world. And I always go back and I think about um, people that I know who are plus size, and I just love their whole vibe.
Yeah.
Tamala Man.
Yeah.
I mean, her whole, and the way that David looks at her, it's like
Right.
you think. I mean, he's like, I got a snack in the midnight hour.
Right. Right.
It's like I just love because of the energy that she possesses, and and because she has that, it's like, okay, my size doesn't matter to me because I know who I am. I'm
Mhm.
doing the best to be my healthy self. You can tell fashion wise, she's always crisp, clean. Foundation is on point. I'm like, girl, call me and let me know who made that. So, you know, and so those are the things that, balance the scale of you being an individual. So,
Right.
to the
And
person,
those are the details.
yeah, that's a detail.
That
So,
is a detail.
yeah, so,
Okay, so let's get into real quick because we want to wrap this up. So let's tell the people some places because people think they have to spend a whole lot of money to look good, and I'm a 1,000% tell you that you don't. Right. So this is where I shop. I shop at Dillard's, Kohl's, Burlington's, Ross, Marshalls. When I do for my men, I also do Dillard's. I do Kohl's, I do K&G, I do ISW. Now the thing about K&G and ISW is that you need to take somebody with you because what you don't want to do is walk out looking like the mannequin. So, to the gentleman out there, if you want to try something new, you want to go shopping, you need a personal shopper, I am here for you. I do for ladies too, but ladies are a little bit uh, easier sometimes. Sometimes women aren't as stuck,
mhm,
right? Women
mhm.
are sometimes a little more open minded than men. So, but for my men, if you go to these stores, please take somebody with you because the people working in those stores generally have the same fashion mentality as the clothes that are in those stores. And you don't want to walk out looking like a good old down home Baptist preacher.
Sunday, a Sunday
Right.
for service.
You don't want to walk out looking like that if there's not, who you are. So call your girl. So those are my places. Tell us where you shop.
I do most of those. I also do Nordstrom's Rack.
Mhm.
You can go in there and definitely piece together. And of course, um, believe it or not, I will try. So I here lately, I've been trying some of the because I am plus size. I'm a good old 16, 18. So
Okay.
yeah, so there are a couple of places that I've been trying online here lately that I have not, had a bad experience with. Fashion to Figure is one of them. I will go into Ashley Stewart, but I try to shop for them off season
Okay.
because I can find more detailed things that I can use as staple pieces, and then go in and add what my flair is going to be for it. But definitely Nordstrom's Rack. Plus size ladies, leave Lane Bryant alone because you're gonna come out looking like Polly and Esther. I'm done with that. Where else? You Target.
Target does have nice items. Now they're
Yeah,
a little pricey, but Target is nice
yeah.
though.
Target online, and especially their online, when you can catch them doing a feature stylist, or and that feature stylist has a brand that they'll do exclusive for a hot second, then Target is like, what? I'm like,
Okay, my plus size divas out here. She said Target, so
yeah,
y'all go to
yeah.
Target.
And then for when I'm actually like hooking brothers up, I'm the same with you. I trend over to K&G and to ISW, and you know it's and I'm gonna tell you, I love going thrifting.
Yeah.
I will go and thrift and put some stuff together, and it's like, okay, I got you, I got you.
You
So
can. I think it's easy. Do you find thrifting stuff for men though?
I
I think
can,
you
I
can. Okay.
can, I can. Now
Because I was
you're not
looking
gonna find it.
selection.
You're
The
not gonna find
selection
it
is a little
local.
smaller, right? Right.
You're not gonna find it right here in the Metroplex.
Right.
When I'm going thrifting, I'm going up to South Lake. I'm taking a little bit of a trip. It's grab
Right.
your banana, boo, because we're gonna be on the road for a minute for a little road trip.
Okay, so call me next time you do that, homegirl.
Yeah.
I definitely, because I know there's nothing around here. Sad to say, but there's nothing around here.
Nothing.
And somebody said Burlington is a great place. Listen, I was at Burlington on yesterday. Okay. And here's the thing, a key too is to shop off season, right? I bought a summer dress yesterday. Now I can't wear it until next summer,
Yep.
but it was $17.
Off season. Off
Off
season.
season. You
Off
shop,
season.
okay? Y'all hear us, people shop off season. That's when you find your sales. I got stuff that I bought last summer that I'm about to pop off this winter. Okay?
Yep.
That's how you do it.
Off season. I love off season, off season, off season. So start stocking up right now. Grab all that summer stuff because they pushing that stuff out right now. And now you're gonna overpricedly pay for what's coming in the winter. So yeah. So off season. Yeah.
I bought all my winter stuff last year, so I don't need to buy
yeah. I'm good. And take last year's winter, change buttons up. Change
always talking about these buttons.
Listen, girl, there is nothing like going into Joann's and making a whole new outfit just by accessorizing it differently.
Okay, well, y'all call Thena Shelby for that. I'm not switching buttons on nothing.
Change a button up, put a different necktie on, but wear a half piece neck, to this suit, what's going on. Accessorize differently, throw you some chains on it, do whatever it is that's going to make it different. Nobody will know that was the jacket from last year before, whatever.
You sure right. So if I need to do that, then I'm going to send my stuff to you.
Come on.
Okay. One last thing. I want to throw this out here. Please, when y'all share this, I hope the person is watching. We do not wear starched jeans anymore. Okay. I don't care if they khakis, jeans. We are not doing jeans with creases. That goes for men and women. Also, listen to me real quick. Put those true religions in the back of the closet until they come back, okay?
Put me in timeout. If a whole person can stand up in your jeans when you out of them.
If your jeans can walk by themselves, I'm going to need you to get that crease out of there. We're not sending jeans to the cleaners no more to put no crease in them. So y'all stop that, okay?
Heavy starch.
Right, y'all stop that. Just stop it. It's okay. If you fold them over the hanger, they'll get a natural crease. That's all you need. That's all you need. Okay. Thena, tell me real quick how you inspire, encourage, and empower people, or how have you been inspired by someone? Either or.
So, man, first and foremost, have a listening ear.
Okay.
Come from a place of allowing for someone to pour with you not having a response, and then simplify. I don't have to give all the arts and the vows and all that good kind of stuff when having a conversation with someone. Just be simple and be humanitarian and be kind. We talked about this. Be kind. And one of the biggest inspirations that I had for me is someone sincerely praying over my life. Regardless to whatever it was, it was, and it was a stranger with, I see you. Yeah. And at that moment, I feel like it was divine, I see you. And just recognizing to other people that, we see them. There's nothing wrong in giving a compliment. There's nothing wrong in any of that, and just having a human connection. I think especially in the since COVID, we've lost human touch.
Yeah, for
And the
sure.
thing about that is we've lost so many humans.
Mm, facts, sis. That's a real word right there.
So, yeah.
So what I would say is I love giving compliments. I try to make it my business to give someone compliments where it's their look, their hair, their good customer service, whatever good thing and positive thing I see about a person, I always try to compliment on that.
Yeah.
Also, and who inspires me, like you said, is somebody is I've had, and not strangers, but I've had people that I know that I don't really know come to me and say, hey sis, you're doing a good job. I see what you're doing, and God is gonna bless you. Or for somebody to say, one lady came to me at church one time, it blessed me so much, and I don't know why what she said really touched me like it did, but she said something about, you smile with your eyes. She's like, I love to see you coming because, I'm going to get that smile and you smile with your eyes. And I'm like, who's paying attention,
You'd be surprised.
to stuff like that,
You'd be
because
surprised.
again, I know that was genuine because she didn't have to tell me that. And, and I appreciate it. So, but anyway, sis, we're going to wrap this up. I thank you again. I know you had a really rough week, but I appreciate you for pushing through and doing this
Appreciate
with me.
you.
I am so grateful, and I can't wait to see you in person. So I'm about to do this call to action, and we're gonna roll up out of here. So,
Got it.
guys, if you know anybody with a Black business, with a good Black business, please tag them in this podcast for future shout outs. We are, again, this show, and this show is for me to inspire, encourage, and empower you guys to live life better. Please show your love by likes, tags, and shares. I am KFLO on all platforms. So, you guys, please follow me. I'm trying to get, hey, F40 athleisure wear in the house. Our friend Crystal is watching. Sis Ross is watching. I appreciate you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for tuning in, and y'all go make it a great day. Be your greatest self. All right. Peace. Y'all have a good one.